My name is Ismail Rashid and I teach in the history department. My specialty is African history. I joke that I teach everything in Africa, all 5,000 years of it, from the very start to the end. No, but in reality, I teach a couple of courses that are very much centered on understanding Africa today. If you take my classes, the first questions that we always ask, especially for American students, is what is Africa to me? What does Africa actually mean to you as an international student or as an American student? And you would be surprised that Africa is not as far as distant as you think. When I ask the question, what is Africa to me, whether in my 100 level Mandela class on South Africa, which looks at the rise and fall of apartheid, or I asked that question in my modern African history class, which looks at the making of modern Africa. What I am asking is how Americans perceive Africa, or how outsiders perceive Africa, their relationship with Africa, and they're usually surprised to understand that Africa is very much present with them. And I get them to understand Africa not only on its own terms, the diversity of its people, the richness of its continent, the complexity of its history, but the ways in which Africa has impacted, African people have impacted the United States. Students are always very surprised when I said, what does Africa mean to you? And they say, well, it's a continent that's far away. It's a continent that's distant. I said, no, Africa is central to the forging and making of the United States, because African people are present here and they've been present here for centuries.